Hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another of my live videos. And I'm just going to be discussing the way the things are going in this transfer window. Who would be your favourite team this season, out of the top teams especially? Who do you think can win the Premier League this season? We know that Manchester United have currently got, we should gain 15 points for his first 5 games, because we potentially got easy games in that run in his first 5. This weekend as well, I think City go to Brighton. We play West Ham at Old Trafford. I think it's Sunday. I can't remember who the other teams have got though. But I can't really say who's going to win the league. I just want your opinions in your comments below. Who do you actually think is going to win the league? To be quite fair, the way the transfer window has been going, Everton has surprised me. They're not going to win the league because I don't think they're strong enough. But I do think with the amount of money that was spent on players, and they still do want a couple of players, do Everton, that their achievement is to maybe get top 5, maybe try and qualify for Champions League, maybe gain some silverware on the board, because we know Everton have had interest in Welbeck, we know Everton have had interest in Olivier Giroud from Arsenal, and a few Arsenal players could be still on the verge of going. I think Everton may get in the top 6. With Manchester City, I think they're going to be the team that's going to be the most favourable team to win the league, considering the amount of money that was spent on players in this transfer window. They've got, one of the best right-backs in world football, Kyle Walker, who was absolutely fantastic last season for England especially. They've also got Benjamin Mendy in the mix as well at their fullbacks. This is all Pep Guardiola has been a checkbook manager, and he has strengthened that fullback position. And that left-back, they've got Mendy, who costs more than Kyle Walker. City paid more for Benjamin Mendy, and Benjamin Mendy's 4 years younger. I wouldn't say he's better than Kyle Walker, but he's still an important player for Manchester City. Also, Manchester City have got Danilo, the player who's from Real Madrid, who they paid £26 million for, and it's very, good for them as well, for Real Madrid. I think he signed a 4-year deal, did Danilo, but unbelievable, because he's a player that also can be versatile. He can play on each flank, and these fullbacks City have got, they're good at driving forward, they're good at putting balls into central midfield, they're quick, they're good at holding the defensive line of these players, and City have done fantastic business with Monaco. They've also got Bernardo Silva added into the mix in the midfield. They've got a fan, in the midfield. They may still need to address it a bit more. And then City have targeted other possible players. They've gone for Mbappe, Sanchez. They've still got Aguero there in the mix, even though it's not Pep Guardiola's first choice now. I think he prefers Gabriel Jesus over Sergio Aguero. But Sergio Aguero is a world-class player. Gabriel Jesus is good. They've got Sterling in there. So to me, City have got a fantastic team, and they could be considered as one of the favourites. They did spend over £100 million on fullbacks alone. Now they've spent over £200 million, and they're still looking more in the region to get some more players on the board. So from Arsenal's perspective, I don't think they'll win the league. I think they may be in the mix for the top 4. Of course, they haven't got Champions League. Also, they will be disappointed about. They've got Lacazette, who's going to guarantee them 20-25 goals a season. But I did say with Sanchez, he probably looks like he's going to be seen out his deal though, but there's still interest from other teams. Sanchez is injured, as I said, for a couple of weeks now, so he's missed pre-season. He's missed the Community Shield, and he's due to miss the Leicester game on Friday. One of their most advanced players. But he will become free in 12 months' time, will Alexis Sanchez. So they may hold on to him till then. But I said it's hard not to reject it. If they're going to will to offer over £50 million PSG or Manchester City, then it's hard to reject. But I think Sanchez is keen on staying, for the time being with Arsenal, and he's a prolific goal scorer. He's one of their most essential players, and this is the first time in 2 decades Arsenal have not had Champions League football. So, potentially, I don't think they'll win the Premier League. Who's that on my door? Someone at my bleeding door. Look there, guys. I'm just going to have a look. I think someone's at my door, weren't there? Anyway, I was just saying, I must have been hearing things. As I was saying, guys, you had what were I on now? I forgot. Yes, I was on Arsenal. I don't think they'll win the Premier League. They have got a good signing of Lacazette, but I still think they need more players in there. Do Arsenal now? There could now even the long speculation with Thomas Lemar. They've been in for the entirety of the transfer window interested in Thomas Lemar, but now it could come to a conclusion now that Mbappe could be set to join PSG and that Thomas Lemar could end up staying at Monaco. He did insist he wants to leave. You know, he got 14 goals, 17 assists last season, and he may be a player that does want to make the move, but it all depends what happens on Mbappe. So, from Arsenal's perspective, they need more players in the team. They've got Werner there, who has been under pressure for the last couple of years at the club. He's been there over a decade now, I think. So, Arsenal still need to improve, even though they've looked okay in some of the pre-season. They did look, I think. Yeah, and they did beat Chelsea on penalties in the Shield as well. From Chelsea, I think Chelsea have got a good chance. Conte still wants another at least couple of signings in the window. They've spent around over £100 million. Chelsea are still looking into players. We know they've got Bakayoko in the midfield. We know they've got Kante in that midfield. We know they've got Rudiger at the back now. We know John Terry's left. We know they've got the likes of Azpilicueta there. David Luiz. Azpilicueta, David Luiz, who else have they got in the mix? Rudiger, as I said, Gary Cahill in there. So Chelsea have still got a good, strong back line in their team. Obviously now they've got Morata up front. That's going to guarantee them at least 20-25 goals a season. And Diego Costa may be set to leave as well. So Chelsea, who won the league last season because they were good, they may win it, they may not, but I still think they'll be in the top three, and they've got a manager who's fantastic. Conte, you know, a fantastic, successful manager, you know, a fantastic, successful manager. One of the world's most successful managers in world football is in that list of the amount of honours that he's won, Conte. But he is still frustrated because he wants more players on the board. He's still looking for a potential right back. He's still looking for a left back, and he's still looking to put a midfielder into the ranks as well. As I did say, with Sergio Aguero, Chelsea have targeted Sergio Aguero. We know Chelsea have targeted Alexis Sandro, but Juventus are reluctant and resisted to sell him because Juventus have lost two of their key players. They've lost Dani Alves. Back in the day, was generated as one of the best fullbacks in world football back in his years with Barcelona, Dani Alves. And they've currently lost Bonucci as well of Juventus. And with the same with Paulo Dybala, we know Barcelona, I think they've been in talks. He scored 11 goals last season, 7 assists. Very, very prolific goal scorer. But I don't think they'll get Paulo Dybala because Juventus will be reluctant and resisted to sell both Alex Sandro and Paulo Dybala. So Chelsea, I've looked into Sergio Aguero, a player we've been interested in, a player, as I said, that's got a bad reputation, a player that's been convicted of assaulting a police officer and assault, and he's still currently banned for the UK. Mourinho may be rude with his disciplinary issues that he's had, but Chelsea have been in discussions with the current player's agent, but it was stemming from France that he'd rather prefer the move to Manchester United. Inter Milan have had a say in this as well. Apparently, this could now be £16 million. Allegedly, according to some reports, this could now be £60 million the player is currently available for, because he's not going to get first-team football at PSG, you know, with Dani Alves in there. And, you know, looking to add more ranks of PSG into their team, you know, considering the amount of money they've just spent on Neymar. So, apparently, we'd agreed personal terms with the player. It was £4 million per season, £95,000 a week, I think it was, and this was on a 5-year deal. And I think the valuations are $16 million or £27 million. So it's basically Manchester United and Chelsea involved for the current player. A player that's got tremendous speed, his work rate's fantastic, he's good at driving forward, and I think potentially we need an essential right back. We've got Valencia as our advanced right back. We've loaned Fosu Mensah, and I still think we may need another right back in there added into the mix. Chelsea are also targeting another target that apparently Manchester United have made now and an approach on is Danny Rose. I think he's 27, is he? As I did say, the current Tottenham player. Manchester United and Chelsea are in the race for Danny Rose, the current left back. He has been injured. I think he's still recovering from injury. As I said, him and Kyle Walker last season were one of the best fullbacks on each flank in the Premier League, in my opinion. Danny Rose, fantastic for England in the last couple of years. Fantastic last season for Spurs. Also to Kyle Walker. Danny Rose is a player that is on a 5-year contract. I think he's getting around about £65,000 a week. But teams can get him and double his current wages and offer him quite a bit of money to get him away from Tottenham. Chelsea may be prepared to offer him £40 million, Danny Rose. I do really like Danny Rose. I think his forces for England are good. He's also won Player of the Season before. He's been at Sunderland, he's been at Watford, he's been at Peterborough, he's been at Leeds in the past as Danny Rose. And he has risen up the ranks fantastically well. He's a fantastic left-back, is Danny Rose. And Tottenham, already having lost Kyle Walker, they would not want to lose Danny Rose. I think now he could potentially, he may be adamant that he does want to make the move. But as I did say, Tottenham may be reluctant and resisted to currently sell the player because they've obviously lost Kyle Walker. And Tottenham are the only team in this transfer window so far, the top clubs who haven't made a significant signing yet. They will be frustrated. They've still got quality in there. They've got Dele Alli, they've got Harry Kane, but I think Tottenham need another player or two at least on the board if they're going to carry on being competitive like they have been for the last couple of years. But in scenario with Danny Rose, he has been injured as Danny Rose. He's a player that's good, he's strong, he's quick. And the player of his calibre, he may feel he wants to go to a higher level club, a team that can win trophies, a challenge trophies. And Tottenham have done that, but they've still ended up trophyless. So Danny Rose, he's good on that left, he's good at bursting forward, he's got good passing ability, he's good at holding on to the ball, he's Danny Rose, he's good at holding on to the line. Potentially, he's one of the best. He's one of the best left backs, at least in the Premier League. Is Danny Rose, and he is still only on. He's got years to express himself as Danny Rose, but he may be adamant to the move. So, as I keep saying, he may be adamant to the move. A player that did he make? Was it 21 appearances last season? Tottenham scored 2 goals, 4 assists in all competitions. Did Danny Rose? But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Manchester United are interested. Chelsea are interested. I think potentially we still need a left-back, to be quite fair, because there's not many viable alternatives there at the moment. And I'm going back. Now I'm going to go. Chelsea also want Danny Drinkwater from Leicester. Chelsea are making inquiries about this. They're looking to address their midfield. They're looking to put Danny Drinkwater. You know, they've lost Matic, looking to replace Matic, to put Danny Drinkwater in the mix with Kante, Eden Hazard and all that. Danny Drinkwater as a player, as I did say, didn't make a senior appearance at Manchester United. He's been at... who else has Danny Drinkwater been at? Has he been at Huddersfield? Has he been at Huddersfield on loan as Danny Drinkwater? I think has he been at Cardiff as well before Danny Drinkwater? At Chelsea are inquiring about the current player, who were fantastic in the middle of the park alongside Kante in Leicester's success. Chelsea, I think, may be preparing to put a bid in for the player. Leicester, I think he's quoted out he wants to leave Leicester, but Leicester are reluctant and resisted to currently sell the player because Craig Shakespeare knows how much of an important figured player he is. We know Kante has won the PFA last season with Chelsea. He did fantastic with Leicester as well, did Kante. So they're looking to reunite together Danny Drinkwater and Kante. Danny Drinkwater's forms, he's got his name into the England squad with his outstanding performances, Danny Drinkwater. But what else did he say? And I think he may want to make the move, Danny Drinkwater, you know, to go to a higher level club. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. He's also been at Manchester United as Danny Drinkwater as well. So Chelsea are interested in him. So they've already spent over 100 million. So they're looking to get more players into their team. With Tottenham, I don't think they'll win the league anywhere. But the way they haven't spent in this transfer window at the moment, they'll be very, very frustrated. So they'll want to definitely keep hold of their key players, especially. Liverpool, no, I don't think Liverpool will. Liverpool, they've bought a good player. Salah, I think, is a very creative, pacey winger, but Liverpool need to address their midfield more. They're now on the verge of losing Coutinho, and they're now looking. They're going to benefit. They are going to get stagnant amounts of money, but they are going to have to find an alternative placements. And Liverpool haven't been the elite opposition as they used to be back in the day with the good players they've had. They're not an elite opposition anyway. I don't think they'll win the league anyway, but they haven't done any good business in this transfer window as it stands at the moment. So I don't think Liverpool will do it, even though they are in Champions League football this season. So from my perspective, the way the transfer window is looking at the moment, I think City will win the league, or Chelsea. I think City first, Chelsea second, maybe Manchester United third, maybe Arsenal fourth. So that's what I'm currently predicting. Maybe Liverpool fifth or sixth. Maybe Everton could be in there in the mix as well. But my prediction, that is my prediction basically. The way the transfer window has gone at the moment, that's my prediction. I think City will win the league, Chelsea second, maybe us third, maybe Arsenal fourth, maybe Liverpool fourth. I don't think Liverpool will get the top four. They could do, I may be wrong. So that's my current prediction. Anyway, guys, that's everything today. Who do you think will win the Premier League this season? Just put your comments and likes below on the video. Notify me in the comments below, as I keep saying. And always, as I keep saying, subscribe to Chazzaboy Davenport, as always. So anyway, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you later on. Ta-ra.